Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bitten by a Kitten Rescue channel, and I'm going to show you guys how to make kitten formula and bottle feed a kitten as well as syringe feed a kitten. I will also show you how to do kind of a makeshift incubator. A lot of people think that they have to buy this big elaborate incubator, and in some cases kittens do need those, and it's definitely an excellent source to have on hand. I personally don't have one, so I will show you what I do and different ways to kind of work around it if you can't afford something like that. So let's get to it. So when I first get a kitten in, I will use unflavored Pedialyte and mix it in with the kitten formula. But right now, the kittens are a little further along than I have right now, and they don't need the Pedialyte anymore. So what I'm using is actually just regular Crystal Geyser spring water. Next, I have a shaker, and I am not going to take credit for this. Kitten Lady actually did this on her channel a long time ago, but she uses a shaker to mix the kitten formula with. These guys, the blender bottles, are top notch for making sure that the formula mixes very well. Last but not least, you want your kitten formula. I use Breeder's Edge or KMR, whichever I have on hand right now. I have Breeder's Edge, and so here's how you do it. What you're going to do is you take, for me, I'm just going to use a half cup to 4 tablespoons because it's 2 parts water to 1 part formula. As you can hear, I've got hungry kittens in the background, so I've got to make sure this is done quickly. Now in my area, our water is okay, but it's not something you necessarily want to be giving tiny kittens. I personally don't drink it, so I make sure that my cats don't drink it, if that makes sense. Now I've got the water measured out, the kitten formula. And you can hear, I got tiny ones, they're hungry. And that's 4 scoops to a half a cup of water. Added just a tiny bit more to a bit more water to it because some of my kitties are dealing with a little bit of constipation. So I wanted to make sure that it's not too thick, so it'll ease that up just a little bit. And this happens to be a brand new blender bottle, so breaking this sucker in. Here we go. And then you just shake it up. You want to make sure that all the clumps are out of it, and then you get ready to feed the kittens. Now I do all my bottle feeding in the bathroom, except for Star, who is in my mom's room right now. So what you need is a bottle. You want to fill it up with formula and have a heat source. So I put it in a hot cup of water. I don't like microwaving mine. For some reason for me it doesn't sit well. So I either use a bottle warmer or I use a cup with hot water. And then it's time to get the kitten. Now I mentioned earlier that I had one that had to be syringe fed. This little girl is named Blossom, and the way that she eats, she sucks it too fast and it causes issues with breathing. She kind of inhales it if it's through a bottle. So to prevent that, I've had to do it through a syringe, which causes a little more friction, making it harder for her to get too much out at a time, which helps her avoid getting milk up her nose, which can cause aspiration pneumonia. So right now I am helping her go pee. I'm stimulating her to go to the bathroom. And most kittens up to about 3.5 weeks old have to be stimulated, sometimes a little bit further than that. So there we go. You almost done? Yeah. See, lady, give me the milk. Okay, and now because she has to be syringe fed, what you want to do is you want to, she's kind of hard to get, so you want to grab them kind of gently around the neck area and provide a place for their little hands. Oh, come on. Put the nipple in their mouth and just slightly tap the back so they know that they're going to get some milk. But do not press the back. Let them suck that nipple and let them pull the milk out themselves. You do not want them, oh, come here. There's my hand. You do not want them having the pressure on the back of the syringe, because if you do, you could potentially push too much milk in their nose and then they could aspirate. So one of the biggest things you want to do is to make sure that you're not causing these kittens to aspirate. Come on, baby. It's okay. Yeah, she's having a hard time with this one. Ma'am, you are really hungry, aren't you? Come on, calm down. So yeah, she's upset because I took the bottle away from her. The whole bottle thing was making it so that she was aspirating. So now she has to have something a little more controlled. It's a little harder to get the milk out of this, so she has less of a chance of aspirating. And there you have it. Almost done. Right, Pee-Pee? Once you calm down, it's a lot easier, isn't it? Oh yeah, I like to put my hand out there so that she has somewhere to kind of grab onto. Right, Pee-Pee? Good job, Miss Blossom. And again, if you put any pressure on, it needs to be very gentle on the back. Oh, you're sucking the nipple off. And that's only if the syringe gets stuck. Other than that, the kitten should be sucking the syringe down by themselves, and this will help prevent the aspiration. And again, this is only with bottle babies who just drink out of a bottle way too fast, because every time she was drinking out of a bottle, she would suck it down so fast. No matter how often I fed her, she would just gobble it down really fast and then inhale it. And I'm like, I'm not about to have a kitten get sick on me, thank you. There you go, Miss Ma'am. That was a whole 6 milliliters. Good job, baby. Yeah, you done? And the other thing with her is she will eat until she's beyond full. As in, she'll eat till she almost throws up. So I have to really watch it with her. She's just one of them babies, right? She loves that food so much that she eats so much it makes her want to throw up. And then it goes up her nose. Right now it's off to feed Star, who actually eats out of a bottle. The other thing I didn't mention is that if you are warming a bottle up, make sure you test it on your wrist, just like you would with a human baby, and make sure that it's not too hot. If it stings, then it's too hot. If it's kind of cool, you don't want that either. You want it nice and warm. Okay, so Star is a creative little girl. She likes doing things in her own way, so I'm going to try to show you the best that I can with her how to bottle feed a baby. So here we go. You grab them and kind of guide their head up. It's got to be tilted slightly back, slightly up. There we go. And you want to make it so that your hand's right there so that they can suck. And kind of, if they want to, mashed potatoes, but overall you're just kind of giving them a space for their little hands to settle in. And just let them eat until they're full. Make sure you're watching them. Make sure that they're not eating too fast. Their head isn't tilted too far back. And she's really good about letting me know when she's done. And yes, I did stimulate her off camera. Is that good? Yes, ma'am. This little girl. Hi, sweetie. Almost done? And she's going to be 4 weeks old in a few days. So I will start weaning her pretty soon. So once I start weaning her, I'll actually use that as an opportunity to do a video on weaning for you guys. And there we go. Of course, the classic milk goatee. And that, my friends, is how you feed a kitten. With a little belly action going on. There you go. All right, now it's on to show you how I make kind of a makeshift incubator. And of course, before I do the makeshift incubator, aren't we supposed to burp you? Oh, you did a real life burp on camera. I think I caught it. So you want to burp a kitten just like you would a human baby because they do get gassy. So, yeah, y'all done? Y'all finished? No, yeah, no. Say, lady, just cuddle me. All right, on to the incubator. So doing a makeshift incubator is really simple. It's not even really an incubator. It's kind of a containment space for the kitten. All you need is a carrier like this and a feeding pad. I use a Snuggle Safe. Ooh, excuse me, Miss Ma'am, I'm gonna borrow this real quick, okay? I use a Snuggle Safe, and that you can heat up periodically. It needs to be heated every few hours. And then you just get some nice blankets and make sure that the Snuggle Safe is well covered and heated properly. And there you have it. I've got her little Snuggle Kitty in there with a heartbeat. What is it, ma'am? Are you coming to greet me? Let's go back in the carrier. So this keeps it really nice and warm. You can even get like a little thermometer to stick in there if you'd like. The other thing that I do use that I'm actually having another kitten in right now is a chicken brooder, which is also a form of an incubator that was sent to us a while back. So I'll show you that. But anyway, as far as this goes, you can put a blanket over the top just to kind of seal in the heat. Just make sure the front door is open so that the kitten can get air. And if you need by any means to do any sort of air treatment, you can stick the little tube right here and kind of zip tie it to the outside and let the air treatment go in there and just cover everything completely so that they can breathe in the medication that you are putting in through the little machine. Now on to the incubator. So this cost maybe $100 on Amazon, which makes it a lot easier to be able to afford certain things like this. But I have little one on a heating pad in here right now because she just came in and I didn't really feel comfortable just using a light over her with a heat. It pretty much has a heat lamp. So I felt that this would be just a little more comforting for her. So she's in here getting nice and warm, and this has holes for air, but it does eliminate how much cool air gets in there, so she stays pretty warm. It also has a little thermometer right here to let you know. Yeah, and that's the heating pad itself. Kittens should be right around the 91 to 95 zone, so it's a little warmer than normal, but that's also because she's very, very anemic and very sick right now. So I'm just trying to make sure that she has just a little bit of extra warmth. Now I hope this video was helpful to some of you. In a nutshell, I showed you all how to prepare and feed kittens kitten formula via syringe and a bottle. And I also showed you how to make a makeshift kind of carrier incubator. And you can also get the chicken brooder that I have that a lot of nonprofits use for incubators for kittens on Amazon. I'll put that link in the comments below. You guys have a great day.